The opposition says that the allocation of major schemes, which is the development of pharmaceutical industry, Jal Jeevan Mission, Eklavya model, that is the residential schools, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana scheme for the faster adoption and manufacturing of the EVs, and then the Northeast Special Infrastructure Development Scheme, Dr. Singh, about which you are specially aware because you also take care of the Northeast, sir. The opposition says that not even half of the promises have been fulfilled on ground, not on paper, Dr. Singh. So they say that all these promises in the budget today, will the government be able to fulfill when they have not been able to cover up the last promises, Dr. Singh?
No. When they say so, it is so laughable. As I said, we live in an evidence-based era. What I say does not matter unless it carries the evidence with it. Now it is for anybody to go and see what is it Northeast today. You have to see to believe it. Earlier on in 2014, for example, I'll just give you a small example. The biggest demand, one of the major demands in Guwahati was that increase the number of chopper flights to Shillong because the tourist rush was not able to be accommodated. Today, you have choppers, but tourists is preferring to drive by road because it's such a picturesque journey. You have a network of roads. Virtually every state capital in Northeast is today connected with Delhi by a rail link. The farthermost state of Arunachal Pradesh, unfortunately, ironically, had been abandoned by UPA for 60, 70 years. It did not have a rail track. People had never seen a train in their life. Today, Prime Minister Modi himself flagged off that train, the Arunachal Express from Itanagar to Delhi. Every state capital has an airport, whereas you didn't have an airport in Arunachal Pradesh. You didn't have a proper airport in Shillong. You didn't have a proper airport in Sikkim. Sikkim airport also came up. So, at the psychological level, Prime Minister Modi, even in his first term, from 2014 to 2019, traveled to Northeast nearly 50 times to build up their confidence. The result of this is that we have seen times, you have seen times, when the children of Northeast were hesitant to come to Delhi because they felt embarrassed or they felt awkward. Today, in aviation industry, in hotel industry, it's flooded with the Northeast youth. So it is to be seen. The evidence is there around, regardless of what the congressman say or an opposition leader says. That's why I said, if you ask anybody, Northeast, in fact, is now being cited as a development model under Prime Minister Modi.
No, but you say, and now when I talk about the reaching the last mile part, Antyodaya, which has been BJP's point, Dr. Singh, the Pradhan Mantri PVTG, that is the development mission to be launched. I'm talking about infrastructure and investment also, sir. You have increased capital investment outlay by 33.4% to 10 lakh crores. Continuation of 50-year interest-free loan to state governments to incentivize infrastructure investment. But the same state governments say that you are not doing enough. The same state government says that you say something, you do something else. What do? You are continuing of the 50-year interest-free loan to the state governments to incentivize their infrastructure investment, but they say it's not enough. Dr. Singh.
Yeah, absolutely. Aishwarya, the answer lies in your question itself. See, rather they should appreciate that as Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi has given highest regard to the concept and spirit of cooperative federalism, which was not available to him when he was Chief Minister and the centre was being ruled by UPA. It was an absolute non-cooperative milieu created around him. Today, as you rightly mentioned, the 50% interest-free loan to states, 3.5% of physical deficit allowed for the states. All this is being done for the benefit of states, and the states still refuse to say so, and that is only a handful of 2 or 3 states which are ruled by the opposition parties. But as I said, any impartial commentator, any non-partisan analyst would bear out what I am saying.
No, but one last question before I let you go, sir. Politically speaking, last again, because whatever you may say, whatever the graphs may say, at the end of the day, it's on the implementation, it's on what the people of this country see through. You are in the election here, Dr. Singh. Every decision is going to be looked with a microscope. with a microscope, and like how? Every decision, every statement, every scheme you are unable to implement, halfly implement, partially implement, is going to be looked into by the opposition, like how? You've seen in Himachal Pradesh, Congress has been able to defeat it. So all of these big promises in this massive budget for 23-24, you feel your government will be able to fulfill and implement that from the point go to the end, Dr. Singh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have to retreat it, because the last 8-9 years the record has borne out that Prime Minister Modi has launched projects which have been time bound, which have been timeline. If he lays the foundation stone of Baba Ambedkar this memorial or the institution, he also does the inauguration with his own hands within their given timeline. So that is not the case. It's not that we just say and forget. And this government has functioned under very strict scrutiny all these years. And people we have earned the trust because of the fact that the people understand, people know that if Prime Minister Modi is saying something, they have to trust him because he does what he says. He has the capacity to do that. He has the capacity to take out-of-box decisions. And that is why if he asks you to clap, people come out to clap during the COVID times. If he asks you to shut down yourself in a civilian lockdown, people do that. So he has gained that trust because he has walked the talk. If he had been not doing so, he would not have commanded that massive trust that he commands across the country, north, west, east, south, even northeast. I think it's a huge asset having someone like him as the head of the government who has the capacity to bind this heterogeneous society in a single cord. And that has happened after several long years of hard work, sincere dedication, and a focused approach. If we were saying and not doing, if we were announcing and not implementing, if we were laying foundation stone and not building the construction, people would not have trusted us.